Hey boys, welcome back to some more Nrl Supercoach. It's going to be the round, what was it, round 17. We're up to round 17 already. Well, round 18 this week. So, yeah, the round 17 review discussion. As you can see, a good score. A good score, 13-41. I thought for the rank I'm at, it felt fairly parish. As you can see, didn't move up, move down 29 spots, which is fine. So pretty much stayed where we were. It was a bit of a well, there were a few injuries. Not a necessarily disastrous week considering basically everyone backed up. So originally it was like, worst case scenario, we could be like just scraping getting to 18 players, but yeah, everyone backed up, and I think barring the Penrith boys, who obviously it was a bit tough going from Perth to New Zealand. I don't even think they could get a flight, so that was I think they were the only ones that didn't back up in this round, which is a little surprising, I gotta say. But yeah, pretty happy with the score. Definitely some dud scores, some good scores. We got the captaincy right again, which is really good. But let's have a look at the team. We'll also talk about what we did and what we didn't end up doing. So, starting out, Sanders Smith punched out a 69-pointer. Honestly, I mean, he obviously went off in this game after getting an injury. It's turned up that he no major damage, nothing too severe. He is on the bye this week, which again I won't have a dummy half, but that's probably fine. But yeah, Sanders Smith, all reports pretty good. Obviously a bit annoying that he did go off. Thankfully he did kick the goal. I respect and I appreciate that he kicked the goal. Before he went off, I like that quite a bit. Thank you a lot, Sanders Smith. But I mean, this could have been a ton easily. I mean, the Roosters obviously put points on at the back end. Sanders Smith was looking great, so I'll take the 70. But yeah, could have been more if he stayed on the paddock. But yeah, can't be disappointed there. And I mean, good signs going forward. Again, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, when Walker does finally come back after his, what did he do? His thumb? Broke his thumb? Sanders Smith probably will go back to the bench, but like I said, it will be like a perfect time to get in sort of like a Harry Grant or a Connor Watson potentially as well. So it should work out all right. He should have a pretty low break even. I feel like Sanders Smith, he could be like well over 600k. He's just been a bit unlucky. 75 break even. Like, his scores have been really good, and then he's had a couple of big scores. Obviously had the 0 in there, and then I guess the 29 against the Newcastle hurt it a bit as well. But he's been rock solid. Been very impressed. The front row. It's making me angry just looking at it. Terrell May, 80. What do you expect? Payne Haas, 108. I mean, man's a freak. He was on. I remember watching this game, and I thought, oh god, he's gone here. Like, I think most people probably thought that. Thankfully, I was like, you know what? He's punched out like 30 odd points even in his short stint here. But there was a couple of times where he looked a bit proppy. They were saying quad, but I thought it was groin. I don't know. Maybe it's a quad and a groin, but yeah, I thought when he went off the first time, I thought that could be him done. The Sharkies were putting some points on. It might be one of those games, but no. He came back strapped out before halftime. He came back on and proceeded to play. What he played 60 minutes, a tick under 60, punched out 108. I mean, I sort of like. I know. Definitely people would have sold him leading into the first Origin, and I get it, but I don't know. For me, he was the one guy that I'm like, can't do it. Tino, I was happy to, and obviously that's worked out pretty well, but Payne Haas, I was like, I'm happy just to ride a few low minutes. Obviously, if he was actually injured, different story, but he's playing through. He's just playing through. Respect the big man. And then Lindsay Smith. Oh, boy. This one, This one hurts. This one hurts a lot. It's one of those trades at the end of the season I'll look back on. I'm looking back now and I'm like, I really shouldn't have brought in Lindsay Smith. There were definitely other options I could have gone to at the time, and it would have been better. My reasoning was good, and the reasoning was still sound, because if we look, both backup games, round 13, he played, no. Well, he played round 12. He played 70 minutes, only 60 points though. Then the backup game, 58 minutes. I think Yo and all them returned anyway, but he punched out 56. Similar. Round 14, I don't think we played him, but obviously going back to prop, 51 minutes, the minutes dropped, but playing at prop, he punched out 61. And then the backup, I thought he actually played more minutes than this, but 57 is still pretty good. I'd be happy with it, but fucking 33. Like, the reasoning was still sound that they're going to be missing a heap of forwards. He will have a bigger role. I mean, playing for Australia last year, I really expected more from Smith, but fucking in these games where he's playing bigger minutes, he's turning into just a really shitty version of Isaiah Yo and just fucking passes the damn ball. Like, he's not doing anything. I need to look at the stats. So 33 points. He had 28 tackles, 5 misses, couple of tackle busts, and fucking shit all runs. Look at the runs. Oh my god. What's that? 3 runs? I'm not gonna lie. He was the one guy after this weekend. I'm like, I'm right. He's gone. I'm getting rid of him. But there's probably other guys to go. I'm so annoyed that I brought him in, and he's just let me down. I mean, 60 in the first, but even that, like, it's just one of those ones looking back, it's like, it just wasn't needed. I just didn't need to bring him in. But yeah, what can you do? It was a mistake. It was a mistake. Our back row, so Dylan Lucas 68. Once again, very good. As Ali Katoa 53. A lot of people bringing Katoa in this week. He's been, I mean, it feels like he's been really underwhelming this year, but he's still he's averaging 72. So he's still going well. It just, I don't know, he's punching out these 50s, but it's like any back rower, really. If they're not getting a try assist, then they're going like 50s, barring fucking Dylan Lucas, who is just like the best back rower in the damn comp, barring fucking Kalamatangi as well, playing it prop. Kalamatangi in the back row is unbelievable. He was another guy Kalamatangi was not expecting to play. I wasn't really, the fact that they were playing him, I'm like, okay, he's got to be fine. Did he play the full 80 in this one? I feel like he did, right? Punched out 76 points. And did he have a little spell? He didn't. He played 80 minutes. Like, the man is a machine. I don't know what to say. What an absolute monster. Zach Hosking, 47, did update. He's another, oh my god. What is with the scoring this year is, like, it's always been a little hit or miss, and, like, in previous years it's been, it takes a while to get updates, and there's a few misses and this and that. But I feel like this year the scoring has really dropped off. It's been pretty shocking. I mean, even fucking Lindsay Smith, he was on, like, I feel like he downgraded a lot, which fucking shit me to tears. But then Hosking, and this happens every single Raiders game. I want to look at the other Raiders players as well, because this has happened. I feel like ever since I brought Hosking in, the scorers for the Raiders game just go to fucking sleep. Like, they just don't score any of the players' points. Tarpany, Horsburgh, Hosking, all of them just don't add any they don't give them any points. I think Hosking was on literally like 30 points at the end of this game. And I remember, like, this was another game where I was like, I wasn't keeping up to date with the scoring. And, like, at halftime, again, I was watching Hosking and I was annoyed because I'm like, he's not doing anything. He's also been a guy I wish I never brought in. I don't know what has happened. I even with like a 50, like, it's still like, what the fuck happened? Like, Hosking was like at elite areas in the back row, but he is just, ever since coming back in, I don't know. He doesn't get the footy. He doesn't go looking for the footy. Even like the tackles, like he makes a lot of tackles, but yeah, another one that I'm like, man, he's been a real letdown. But I remember looking at halftime, or like just during the game or the first half, I was like, disappointing, but he's made his fair share of tackles. Like he's probably on like 20 odd points at half time. I remember looking and I'm pretty sure he was on like fucking 15 points. I think he had like 10 tackles, and I'm like, this is happening again. And I mean, I couldn't help but get tilted. I'm like, he's gone as well. I'm rage trading Hosking, and then of course he updated 47. I need to see, he's probably made like 40 odd tackles, which again, I don't know what is happening with the scoring for the Raiders games. 42 tackles. I think they had him like 10 tackles at halftime. Like, yeah, and just not running the ball. I mean, previous weeks he's run the ball more. Last week just didn't run it at all, which is weird. But yeah, I mean, looking at the score, it's not like that bad, but yeah, because he keeps updating, I guess. He's always on like 30 odd points at full time, and then he updates a lot. But I digress. Kalamatangi we talked about. Olukwatu. So we'll talk about this after we go through the rest of the scoring. But as you can see, I did not end up trading Olukwatu. I only used one trade, so I still have 17 remaining, and I feel pretty good about it. Lockie Hubner with a 40. I thought he looked pretty good. The minutes, he is a guy we do need to get rid of, but thankfully didn't lose a lot of cash. He played 60 minutes. I mean, shit, if he's going... Nah... He's another guy, like, even if he gets up to that 60-minute mark, he was only punching out, like, 40s to 50s anyway, so he is a guy we do need to get rid of, but it's not pressing yet. Yeah, he can fucking dud away there for a little bit. Lukey Metcalf with the 61. Oh, man, he was looking so good this game, but then copped an injury, which was... a cork of all things. Fuck. Oh, man. He was looking so good too. I feel like, again, Metcalf... There's been so many... I know I've said this many times, but I feel like there's been so many games where he could have gone big, like a big ton. But, yeah, this game, he looked really good first half, then copped the cork, and then basically just, didn't do anything for the rest of the game, which... Hopefully he's... like... I hope he plays this week, because who do the Warriors take on? I mean, it's Broncos. It's not a great matchup. Maybe you don't play him, but yeah, it is what it is. Metcalf with the 61. Nico Hines with a 90. I mean, pretty good scoring for Supercoach wise. He was on like 60 odd at halftime. He had that try. The Sharks were running rampant, and then the Sharks just capitulated. The Broncos turned it on. Hines fucking had a bit of a shocking second half, like he often does, but we'll take the 90. Jaden Campbell with a fucking 8. Yeah, that's a rough one. He's obviously gonna miss this week now against the Cowboys, which would have been... It would have been a very juicy... I mean, these two games, Campbell against Para and then the Cowboys, they were the matchups, right? They were the matchups you wanted Campbell for, but he's going to be gone with that concussion protocol. A lot of people brought him in this week, a lot of people own him. He'll come back. He misses 18 as well. I thought he played 18, but no, he misses 18. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to hold him. I'm not. I don't think I'm going to be trading Campbell, but yeah, it's a bit of a shocker that he misses 18, but it is what it is. The back line, Herbie Farnworth, 106. The try scoring has finished. The streak is over, but the scoring is not. He banged out a ton still. Just, I mean, he's turning into must-have. But he's fucking 900k. Like, if you don't own him at this point, I feel like you just can't... Like, if I didn't own him, I wouldn't be trading him in because, yeah, they've got a couple of buys coming up. I think the draw's a little tough, but yeah, another ton. Jermaine Asako with a 65. We'll take it. He scored a try. yeah, can't complain. I mean, we brought Azarko in. He's made a bulk bit of cash the last couple of weeks. He's gone 80 odd and then 60 odd. I still, it's interesting with Azarko. He's going to come in, what has he got? 100 break even. So, I mean, he could hit, I mean, it's against the South. If they go right for once, he could easily ton up. But if they go left, he's probably not going to. Doesn't play 18 either. So potentially, yeah, you could, honestly, after this round, and that's sort of the luxury. I've got a few extra trades than, I mean, I'm sure there's people with more trades than me, but there's a lot of people I've seen with, like, way less trades, which is a little shocking. I feel like people have gone crazy with the trades. Like, I feel like I've gone pretty hard with the trades this year. I've got no boost left, but there's people with, like, less than 14. I'm like, what's going on? But yeah, against South this week, in round 18, definitely could be a trade out, because then they take on the Sharks in 19, tough, Cowboys, then another bye, and then the run home's like pretty good, but again, they're definitely going left more than Azarko's way. I feel like he could be a hold, but depending how things shape up, he definitely could be a sell. You know, he's made 100k, he's got some good points. It'd be great if he could turn up this week. But yeah, he could be a sell next week. It's a bit of a short-term play, but it's not the worst. Fletcher Sharp, 52 points. He was looking very good this game, and then copped a very nasty injury. So originally, it looked bad. Like, it sort of felt like there was definitely something more. Like, he obviously got ruled out with a concussion, which, yeah, he copped a bad knock, like head going straight into the deck, but it definitely seemed like there was more to it. And yeah, coming out afterwards, hospital, I think he ruptured his spleen. Yeah, couple of nasty internal injuries for poor old Fletcher Sharp, which is bad. And he's definitely a sell. Like, there's talks that he might not even play the rest of the season with a couple of nasty injuries. I can't remember exactly what it was, but he's definitely a sell now. And like, it's terrible, but it's also like, it's sort of perfect because, yeah, you can like trade him like straight to Kiraz or even Lehigh Hopewade, who's going to be playing fullback. I probably still prefer Kiraz because their run coming up, like, the availability is very, very good for the Dogs, but they're both really good options. But yeah, it's like an easy straight swap now. It's terrible for Sharp, but I was looking at my team being like, who am I going to trade out for like a Kiraz? And I think, yeah, it sort of makes my decision for me. And then Zach Lomax with an 81, where he scored 81. Again, this is similar to Metcalf. He could have gone 150 in this game. The Eels, they look pretty good in attack. There was so many times where Lomax was unmarked on the wing, and they just couldn't quite get him the ball. Like, there was a couple of times Iongi just sort of got caught before he could pass it. They hit Panasini instead of going long to Lomax. Like, there were numerous times where if they just give him a long ball, he scores, but they just couldn't find him. He still scored 81 points. He did get a freakish try assist, but like, when you're looking at the game, obviously he took a lot of, like, takes a lot of carries, but he didn't really have many offloads or tackle busts. I gotta be honest, how did he even get 80 points in this one? He had that great try assist. I guess the goals as well, 24 points in goals. It's sort of, him and Kiraz are similar, but Lomax, he has put the offload away a bit, and the tackle busting isn't quite as Kiraz like. He can ramp up at times, but I feel like nowadays he is more of like just tough carries, get a quick play the ball, rather than going for a silly offload and stuff, which I would rather him do in Supercoach, but you know, it is what it is. But you sort of subsidize that with the goals, like, you know, 24 points in goals, you'll take that every day of the week. If you get a few more offloads, it'd be nice, but it is what it is. Yeah, got the try assist, the goals, tackles, couple of tackle busts. Yeah, only one offload, which I guess looking at it, like one offload, two offloads, one offload, and then 5 offloads. So, yeah, he's been a bit... Yeah, I would have thought there'd be more like multiple offload games, but he has sort of put it away a bit, which, again, Supercoach-wise, Lomax, please, bring it back out. Thank you, but it's fine. No line breaks, plenty of hit-ups, and that's it. Hit-ups, goals, and a try assist, and he gets 80 points. Like, it could have been so much better, but yeah, it is what it is. And then our fullbacks, Ryan Pappenhausen with the 62. Obviously, we brought Pappenhausen back in. Not the Storm's best game. They were fine, but yeah, it was a bit of a... I mean... The Rabbitohs probably should have won this game. It just... But, you know, the Storm, they pulled it out at the end. It was a game that you thought they were quite a few... I was nervous about not owning like a Jerome Hughes, but Hughes, a lot of people would have brought in after that big score a couple of weeks ago. I think he got like 40 odd. So, yeah, the Storm are looking a little bit... I don't know what to make of the Storm. Tedesco, captain, 107. I mean, it just feels so good to own Tedesco. He's just such an easy captain. Like, he's getting tons every damn week. Yeah, it's very nice. It's just so nice not having to stress about the captaincy. And I mean, I guess during the year, should have just put a captaincy on like fucking Terrell May and Payne Haas every week. But yeah, having Tedesco now, he's just such an easy play every time he's playing. Unfortunately, on the bye this week, so I won't get the luxury. Scotty Drinkwater, 73 points. Honestly, you'll take getting flogged by the Roosters. Drinkwater, he looked pretty good. I think he had a couple of try assists. He missed both goals like a damn fool. They were tough, but he looked pretty good at times. It's just the Cowboys. I mean, that's the main issue with Drinky, but still, they've got a good run coming up. I mean, the Titans this week is juicy. Take on Storm in the major bye, so they'll be missing quite a few players. Dogs in the backup would be tough, but yeah, the availability is also very nice for Drinky. So, yeah. And the other guy I forgot to mention, Billy Smith. Billy Smith finally got... he got 2 tries and got 77 points. I mean... I'm happy. Like, you might look at it and be like, "Oh, I wish I played him," but I wasn't playing him over anybody, obviously, so it's fine. Yeah, I'm just happy he got 77. He's gonna make cash. He's got a low break even. He's definitely a sell soon. I don't think it's this week with the Sharp news. You definitely hold him for 18 and probably 19 against the Dragons, and then probably look to trade him off in round 20. But again, we'll see. So, talking about Ola Kawatu. So, what happened, right? So, I was still tossing up: do I get in Piakora? Do I get in like a Nikora? Do I get in Talakai? And at the end of the day, I was like, and it all happened at once, right? So, the fact that everybody ended up backing up. Also, the early game was Hosking, right? So Hosking was probably the only forward, and also Lindsay Smith for that matter. They were the 2 guys I probably wouldn't have played if I had like a full strength team, right? However, they played early, and it was still like, you know, is Koloamatangi going to play? Is Payne Haas going to play? That was up in the air. So obviously I was going to play Lindsay Smith and Hosking to start. Now, Payne Haas, Koloamatangi, and I guess Fletcher Sharp as well after his leg injury, they were all playing. So then I was looking at the team and I'm like, well, if Haas is playing, if Koloamatangi is playing, I'm going to play them. So I was like, I'm not going to bring in Nikora. Okay, I'll bring in Nikora, who's like 500k, but I'm not even going to play him. Like, I can't switch Nikora in for... I'm not going to switch him in for Ali Katoa or Dylan Lucas, who I think he'd already played anyway, and then Hosking had already played, and I wasn't going to play Nikora over Koloamatangi or Payne Haas, or Nico Hines, or Drinky, for that matter. So, I would have brought him in. He did kill it. He got a ton, but I would have brought him in. He would have scored a ton, and I wouldn't even played him. So I was like, what is the point? And he doesn't play the third major buy, so it just didn't make sense to do it. And then I was like, okay, so if I'm going to do it, I'll downgrade to Talakai or Piakora. Piakora made more sense just because he plays the third major buy. However, like, the minutes, Madge doesn't seem to rate Piakora that highly. He's been a bit out of form anyway. Gazewski back on the bench. It reeked so much of a trap. I was like, I cannot do it. I can't do it. And thank God I didn't. I think he scored like 20 odd points. I don't even know how many minutes he played, but yeah, thank God I didn't do that. And then the other guy I could have gone with was Talakai. But again, it was like, what's the point in doing that, really? I'm not going to play Talakai this week. Yeah, he'll make some cash. He did score a try. Of course he did. The left center for the Sharks just keeps scoring tries. But, you know, he got about 70 points with a try. It's good, but yeah, I'm not really going to play him. And then also, he doesn't even play the third major buy anyway. So there was really like no reason to pick up any of those guys unless you needed the money, which at the time, I didn't really need the money. And the other thing that happened, right, because I was still half thinking about it, getting the money, get like 300k, 350 going to Talakai from Olakuatu. But then Fletcher Sharp got knocked out. He wasn't going to play, obviously not next week, the week after. And it was a tough run, and then it came out later that obviously more serious. So I was like, I don't even need the money because I can trade Sharp to anybody. I've still got 70k in the bank. So yeah, I didn't need the money. I wasn't going to play Talakai, and he didn't even play the third major buy. The only thing going for Talakai was that if he kills it the next couple of weeks and he keeps the spot at center, then sure, it would have been nice to have Talakai for the run home, but I've still got Hiroti. I'm still like, you know, if Hiroti comes back, I mean, we still could trade Hiroti out any week, but if Hiroti comes back from injury and he maintains his center spot and Talakai goes back to the bench, then he'll still be a good option, a good depth player if we need him. So, yeah, all things considered, it was like, yeah, we can save the trade. We don't need to do it. So going forward, get the fuck out of the starting team. You're pissing me off. What are we going to be doing? I'll do that because it's annoying me. So, going forward, round 17. No Roosters. We're not too bad off. We only have the 3 Roosters. Billy Smith, we're not going to play anyway. Full strength side. Sanders Smith, so no dummy half. I think Blake Brayley has decided to fucking kill it the last couple of weeks and like ton up, so that's a bit annoying, but I don't know. I still think I'm just going to wait for Harry Grant. I'm not going to lie, there was a temptation to go early and get in Harry Grant this week, but I don't think I'm gonna bother doing that. I think there's more important trades to make. So I think we'll just run the nuff in the dummy half, take a free loop. I think it works out fine. Our back row. So obviously Olakuatu, he's still got to go. And we can go to pretty much anybody. There's a couple of good options, a couple of doggies. Lockie Hubner, obviously he can go as well, but it's nothing urgent at the moment. He's probably going to lose a bit of cash, but fuck, it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, we got him in for what? Like, he was cheapy. Yeah, he's made 185k. He's not going to go down a stack of cash and like lose all of it. So we still have the asset there, and we'll sell him when needed. Luke Metcalf, hopefully he plays. Nico Hines will play. Campbell is gone, and King Tongia comes back in. I mean, okay, so we can actually, for now, I think we'll just do it like this, just to get like the team, I guess, as strong as possible. The one guy, I don't think Latu Finu. Latu Finu is a guy I would love to bring in. I don't think we can do it this week. I mean, we could, but I don't know if it's the who are the Dogs? The Dogs are playing Panthers. Panthers are starting to regain a bit of form. The Panthers. So do you really target the Doggies this week? You don't have to. I gotta be honest. I really like Latu Finu. Obviously, if he's still on the bench, it's annoying because he keeps fucking putting. Why doesn't Benji just start him at 5'8"? If he's on the bench again, it's can you really bring in a guy off the bench? But you probably could. He's just an absolute gun. He's a freak. And I feel like he's genuinely like a Supercoach gun as well. So I would like to bring in Finu because the price is still pretty good. He would have made a bit of cash this week. And then the centre wing, Fletcher Sharp, obviously can go to... maybe... You could go Lehigh this week and then look to target Kiraz next week, potentially. Because, Manly against the Tigers, 4 Pines Park. It's not bad. Not bad at all. So, a couple of things. Let's have a look. I am curious to see a couple of scores. So for Nrl Blake with the 70, it's fine. He did have an early line break, so he's gonna have that. Aaron Clark, 83. I mean, I would like Clark. What were the minutes like for Clark? I feel like he was back up to 60 minutes this one. He had dropped a bit to 50. Yeah, he played fucking 64 minutes. I still feel like I'm not gonna bother getting him in this week, obviously, because Broncos. I mean, he's still gonna punch out 80. That's just what he does. But then he's got the bye. I think honestly, round 19. He's not a must-have because he's not going to hurt you necessarily, but fuck, I would love to have a guy in the back row that's just getting 80 points in base without having to worry about fucking tries and try assists. If they're not, Olukwatu was the same, Eli Katoa, they're all the same. They're getting 40 to 50s without any big attacking stats. Aaron Clark's getting 80s. In base. So, round 19, I would love to bring him in. I would love to bring in Aaron Clark. It'd be nice if you lost a bit of cash, but it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. He's going to be 700k. Joey Tarpany with an 81, scored a try for that. Paddy Carrigan, Bryn Nickera, Munster got a 63 on backup. It's okay. Furmore 59 had the goal kicking. Interesting. Blake Brayley with a 97. Dane Gagai, Nwanganita Waze, fucking 136. Obviously got in him. Tino with the 38. Dropped 75k, and he's going to have a 120 break even coming into this one. So it's going to drop a bit more. Iongi was very good. Starling, good. Horsburgh. I don't think his score updated that much. It's just Hosking. They just don't fucking score Hosking. Looking at the most traded, Karapani. Yeah, people are going. Yeah, I. Where is Harry Grant? He's not even in the top fucking echelon. I gotta have a look. How did Piacoro fucking score? I gotta see, bro. I gotta see. What did he score? What's his price? 330. He got 23. Oh boy, I'm very glad I did not end up going Piacora. He was just such a trap. He was such a trap. He played 66 minutes. Oof, yuck. So what is Harry Grant's break even? Because he's at a good price. he's still under 600k, got an 83, 39 break even. Take on the Sharks, it should be tough through the middle. It's more out wide that the Sharks leak points. Then he'll miss 18. There's no point going Grant this week. I feel like he's every chance to make money, but he's not going to blow out. Like, a bit over 600k for Grant is still really good value. So, yeah, 18, maybe he rests in 18, 19, getting Grant. Or Connor Watson. Connor Watson, he obviously has a bye this week. Really good in backup. Obviously, a couple of injuries. He did play the 80 minutes. Bye this week. Doesn't play 18. Yeah, it's out of either Connor Watson or Harry Grant. And I'll have a closer look at the draw to see who I prefer. You still probably rather Grant, but I mean Connor Watson, I don't know. He probably doesn't have the ceiling of Grant necessarily, but I don't know. Grant hasn't really shown a big ceiling lately, so you definitely it's one or the other. It's one or the other. I'm not doing it this week, but yeah, in the coming weeks, it's one of those two guys we're gonna do. Which I feel good about not wasting trades in the dummy half. I feel like I've done a good job at that. And then if we're looking at centre wings, so yeah, Kiraz, it's almost a straight swap from Sharp to Kiraz. What is his break even? It's still going to be high. Yeah, 76 against Penrith. I don't think he's a must-have this week, but he is a monster. So the injuries as well. Like, I'm sort of the more I look at it, I'm like, fuck. Maybe you do just wait. You just wait another week for Kiraz. Who else have we got? Lehigh is 660. He should have a huge break even, right? Yeah, 120, which is, I mean, the break even is what it is. Like, he's still at a good price if he's playing fullback, and all reports he will be, and Tommy's playing in the centres. How long that'll last, who knows? Like, is Tom going to get the shits and he'll want to go back to fullback? Like, that'll be a bit of a pain in the ass, but like, West this week into South, they do have the bye in 19, which you got to be pretty careful in round 19 because there's a couple of very prominent teams on the bye. But we're not going to have too many Manly boys. Obviously, we know Olakwatu now, no Tommy. We've only got, yeah, it's only Garrick. It's only Garrick and maybe Lehigh, so it's not the worst. But yeah, a couple of really good games, like both at 4 Points Park too. Oh, it's... What's this? To be announced? Round 21? What's going on there? Very tempting. Who else? I mean... Who also got... I guess the other big thing, Ruben Garrick is going back to the wing with Tommy inside of him with all reports. Again, we'll have to see it to believe it. Jack Bostock. Oh, Bostock. Very unfortunate for him doing his ACL. I think it was confirmed that he did his ACL. Very popular trade in. He still made 85k, but yeah, and he was on track for another ton. Like, he early line break, try assist, and yeah, the Dolphins were looking sharp on that left still. He was on track for another big score, but I mean, again, fucking Supercoach. It's a cruel fucking game. Who else have we got? Who else have we got of note? Alex Johnston, 4 tries. Dom Young playing at the Knights. I mean, he's 580k outside of Dane Gagai, who has like some of the best hands in the comp still. He's gonna score tries. Don't love it. Tough game against Canberra, then a bye, then Melbourne, then New Zealand. They're both at home, but yeah, yuck. Too many good centre wing options for that little punt. Ewan Aiken again punching out 50 in fucking base. I mean, I would have rather have Aiken than Honestly, Hosking or Lindsay Smith at this point. At least you know Aiken scoring 50. The other two, you're like, they're not doing anything. They're not doing shit. The other guy we needed to look at was... Well, there's a couple... So, this is what... Okay, so... Karapani is obviously very juicy this week. He's coming off a couple of big scores. He is 290k, which is annoying. It is annoying that he's 290k. Like that extra 90 to 100k, if he was bottom dollar, it does make a difference. But 88 and 97, he then plays New Zealand this week. Doggies in the bye, and then Gold Coast. I mean, the big question mark is just if he is going to retain the spot. Like that's the big question. Or if Cobbo comes back into the team. Now, I mean, Karapani's been good. I gotta be honest, I'm hoping the Broncos do part way with Cobbo. I love Cobbo. I think he's a freak, but the Broncos do not need fucking freakish outside backs. I really wish we fucking kept Herbie Farnworth over pretty much any of them. Like, if they lost Katoni Staggs and Cobbo to keep Herbie, I would have been loving it. And I said this fucking when it happened. I was so mad that the Broncos let Herbie go and spent big money on like Katoni and fucking Cobbo and the likes. It's like the Broncos are always going to have really talented young outside backs. Like they just will. They've got a fucking plethora of guys that can come in and do a job on the wing. They need to spend their money on fucking forwards. Edge forwards primarily. So... enough of that rant. It's off topic. But Karapani, the big question, is he going to retain the spot? Like, he probably does this week, but, it'd be fucking shit if he got dropped for the third major. Or not dropped, but if Cobbo came back. Like, there's every chance. Like, Cobbo... If Cobbo's going to stay, then surely Cobbo comes back in. I guess... Yeah, no backs will be out through Origin either. I mean, unless Reece Walsh gets a call up in Game 3. So, yeah, it's tempting, but the fact I went with Hiroti, it's sort of like, yeah, I don't really think I should go Karapani. The other guy, an actual cheapie, is Jed Stewart. Jed Stewart for the Raiders. Now... I feel like this is one that you can obviously wait on. He played his first game. He takes on Newcastle this week. And then in the third major bye will be his third game, where I feel like that's the smarter play. And he's probably won the spot. Like I thought he looked pretty damn good. He took quite a few tough carries. Did he score? He did score a try, didn't he? Yeah, got a try. I don't think there was a lot. It was off a kick, wasn't it? Couple of tackles. Few tackle busts. Oh, he did get a line break. Yeah, there was a line break. Yeah, not a lot of runs. That's a little bit concerning. But, yeah, as like an actual bottom dollar cheapie, I feel like just wait for Stewart. As long as he's... it'll be good... It'll be a good watch this week, taking on Newcastle, who don't concede a lot of tries. I just want to see him, if he doesn't score a try, if he's getting 20 points or less, then probably not. Like, if he's another Nathan Lawson, but I thought he looked pretty good. So, yeah, I don't know. There's going to be... It's a question of, who do you go to there, but... Overall, a good week. A couple of big trades to make this week. But, yeah, even with a bit of injury concern, I think we're still looking okay. We'll obviously come back after Team List, go through it all. But, yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.